Right on will give us the definitive. Now, on the right, at the moment, he's leading. But there, I think he's been overtaken by Emrul. I think Emrul has got his bat down behind the line. The one in the background we're looking at, yeah, he's won the photo finish. So it means that Sabir is going to have to go. Sabir will be the player that goes, and Emrul Kayes, who's 2 yards from the boundary, is going to come back. Weird happenings here. Sabir doesn't know it yet. Sabir is going to have to go. He doesn't know it yet. Now he does. Paul Rifle's just telling him. And he's saying, you're kidding me. No, son, you're out. Get out of here. Oh, goodness me. He wished he had a run now.
Well, I think it's probably deserved. I think he sold Emrul Kayes up the river a little bit. Pretty comfortable when we got to see it from this side on angle. But what a feeling for Emrul Kayes. He's gone through the disappointment.
They didn't talk, did they, as they went past?
No, it was a little bit of arm pointing, perhaps gesticulating. But Sabir, he's out for 38. It's 105 for 2.
When LaQuinta.com sends Craig Wilson a ready-for-you alert the second his room is ready, you know what he becomes?
Great proposal. Let's talk more over golf.
Great.
How about over tennis?
Even better.
A game changer. The ready-for-you alert only at LaQuinta.com.
My mother passed in 2003, but she always told me, I don't care if you turn out to be a great athlete or whatever, but you need to make sure you get your college degree. Sometimes I call the house just to hear her voice.
Hi, leave a message after the beep.
Hey, Mom, this is Larry. I just wanted to let you know that I fulfilled the promise that you held me to. Love you.
All sorts of drama here at Saxton Oval, and really New Zealand haven't played a part in it, but they've benefited from it. And now they have a new batsman to bowl at. Not right at the moment. Emrul Kayes is still on strike. And we'll outline the reasons why again very shortly. New player at the crease, we should tell you, is Mamadullah. The right-hander comes on strike now. They've brought Lockie Ferguson back into the game. This is weird stuff.
Yeah, calamity of errors here running between the wickets for the Bangladeshi batters. Confusion. Both players desperate to get in at the wrong end. But this is the breakthrough that New Zealand were exactly after. It exposes an end. Now, Mamadullah's at the crease, coming off a duck in the last game at Christchurch.
Yeah, he's a pretty handy player. Oh, a score of 128. 200s back-to-back in the World Cup, 16 50s. If he gets 50 here, it's probably all they'll need.
And Kane Williamson goes straight to Lockie Ferguson through that breakthrough of the run-out. That highlights that Lockie Ferguson in Kane Williamson's mind is the wicket taker in this bowling group.
Oh, just away from square leg. New Zealand has caused a little bit of anxiety all of a sudden. Bangladesh are nervous about the running. And you can hear New Zealand have lifted in the background.
Yeah, you certainly can. That's what wickets do. Now, I've no problem with Sabir turning down this run, but you can't take 3 or 4 steps and sell your mate down the river. Because by that point, Emrul Kayes is committed. So the call needs to be immediate to give your partner a chance.
What's interesting to me is that it did develop into a race. And Emrul Kayes knew exactly where Sabir was. It wasn't as if he was ball watching or anything. He became very determined to beat him back. He's right in his line of sight. He knows exactly where he is, and he stretches out to win the Melbourne Cup. Just like that, lifts his horse over the line.
Oh, look at all these horse analogies. It's paying dividends.
Sorry, don't have a bet?
Well, with... Kyle Mills joining the commentary box. Ken Rutherford, Dooley and yourself.
I repeat, you don't have a bet?
Not at all.
I hope that's your last lie for the year. You run a sweepstake in the commentary box for a start. Oh, beauty. Just needed a feather there, and New Zealand would have been right back into it. They still might be anyway. 105 for 2.
If you could see your cough,
It's just a cough.
you'd see how often you cough all day, and so would everyone else. Robitussin 12 Hour delivers fast, powerful cough relief that lasts up to 12 hours. Robitussin 12 Hour cough relief, because it's never just a cough.
Too, and we talked earlier about Lockie Ferguson, and when he comes back after that opening blast, the speeds have dropped away. Now, I'm going to ask our bowling expert here if that's deliberate because he's looking for accuracy, or is it just because he can't come back at 150?
Yeah, look, I think it's a fatigue thing. I don't think he's quite conditioned for international cricket. He's an exciting talent, and he does bowl very, very good pace early on in his spell. And he just had a reasonably long spell, but through the wicket from the run out, Kane Williamson has taken it as an opportunity to bring his fast bowler back on, but he's not bowling quite as fast as he was in his first couple of overs. That's the problem. And we've seen it a lot over in Australia for the Chapel Hadley series. Smithy, you were over there, and it's quite noticeable over on those shores. I think it's just a case of not being quite conditioned for this level. He probably needs a winter under the tutelage of Chris Donaldson.
Well, if that's the case, and you know, you can always be fitter, I suppose, but from a bowling point of view, I just wonder whether he might have to develop something else in his armoury. I mean, Stark, when he loses his pace, goes to his Yorker. And it becomes vital to the Mitchell Stark armoury as that beautiful in-swinging Yorker that we all admire, and New Zealand have been on the receiving end of that a number of times. So Lockie Ferguson perhaps can't just drop his pace down by 10k and bowl the same stuff.
Well, pace is pace, but the players at this level, it doesn't affect them too much. It's what happens with pace. We were talking off air, Kyle Mills and myself, comparing him to Shane Bond. Shane Bond was up around 150 as well, but he had that big booming in-swinger to go with it. And when you make that combination happen, then you become potent. At the moment, it's just a little bit straight up and down. So the question for me then is does Matt Henry become an option again?
Go, 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 T!
Fighting he's got over his Canberra Blues.
Good, Rick.
Yes, he is an option. Ben Wheeler may well be an option. We interviewed him a little earlier in the day as a possibility.
Come on, set now.
The best part, though, is that Lockie Ferguson is getting experience every single match. It's in the air.
Should be out. Ferguson underneath it. Ah, no! Spills it. Oh, I'm not blaming a commentator's curse on that. That should have been taken. Oh, New Zealand will rue that, one thinks. 111 for 2 all of a sudden.
The Campbell's Chunky Everyman All-Star League.
I'd like to dedicate this win to my MVP, Tommy Churchill.
The man gets Father of the Year mugs from other people's kids.
Didn't you trade Churchill?
Man, I don't want to talk about it. Campbell's Chunky Soup, the hearty way to fuel your game.
Emerge restored, fortified, replenished. Emerge every day with Emergen-C. Packed with B vitamins, antioxidants, electrolytes, plus more vitamin C than 10 oranges. Why not feel this good every day? Emerge-and-C.
And if he's going to bowl fast at any stage, you think it'll be this over now?
I think so. 142.5. It's got to be running through his mind. Just a young kid, new boy on the block. Such an easy catch by outfield standards. So long to sit there or hit it straight to him. I suppose when we analyse it, Scott, you may well say it was that low. Why did he go reverse cut?
I was just going to say, it's been termed the Australian way of catching, isn't it? The reverse cut. When it's that low, and you've got to sink your body down to be able to fit. You can see how low he is. He's almost got one knee on the ground. He got there with plenty of time, so he was able to set himself, which is often the most important or the crucial part of taking a catch. And we can sit here and make excuses, but he knows, we all know, players of this level must take those opportunities.
Wow, what a lead-off. It was Emrul Kayes as well. 46 he was on at the time. 45, in fact. We'll just see how much New Zealand may well rue that. Oh, that's not a bad comeback, though, Lockie. That is the Yorker we were demanding, and it's absolutely pinpoint perfect.
Kyle Mills talked about his pace, 144.5. His quickest delivery in the last 2 overs this spell. Just checking the front foot. Mamadula walking back. Absolutely fine. So the wicket will stand. And even though he's put it down, he's redeemed himself to some degree. He's got the new man, Mamadula Riyad. And he has knocked the castle over for 112 for 3.
Okay, Google. What time's my first meeting?
The first thing on your calendar today is at 11 a.m.
Yes.
I just see a black screen.
What are you looking at?
Crazy stuff, man. You gotta see this.
Hey, what is it? It's like some 3D virtual world. Can I see? Oh, yeah. Look at the moon.
The college football playoff semifinals, Saturday on ESPN.
Recent history has taught us never ignore the wild card.
Let me simplify it for you. It was weak. Terrible and obnoxious owner. Shameful. Outrageous. Can't win a damn football game. Pathetic.
First Take, moving to ESPN January 3rd.
No smile on the face of Lockie Ferguson because he put down an easy catch, but he has redeemed himself somewhat to his teammates because of the perfect Yorker at pace. An absolute beauty. Just what New Zealand were demanding from him, and one way to get that confidence back. It was quick, it was right on the money, base and middle stump, and far too good for Mamadula, whose tour has not started well. But this fella can play. Shakib Al Hassan, world-class all-round cricketer. With 59 of 54 balls in Christchurch just 3 days ago.
Well, the first 3 balls of this over, 142, 140 and 144. Maybe New Zealand just needs Lockie just to get angry. Just to fire up a little bit in these later spells. We've just seen he can get the pace right up there.
Well, Ian Smith, you called for some variation, something else for him to go to. You said, just like Mitchell Starc with the Yorker. And a great example as to why, if he can develop some other options, then he can be lethal.
And to back up your point, the reason why I say that is because when batsmen all around the world, they'll see that delivery on replays, etc. They'll study it. They now know he's got it. They now know he has got that lethal Yorker in his artillery. And that, as a batsman, it's like when you're facing Starc, you tend to just hover a wee bit. It's in the back of your mind that it's coming at some stage. He develops that delivery, then at 140 plus, that's lethal stuff. It's a fine shot. So a setback for Bangladesh, and it's game on here without doubt. 113 for 3.
Great job, Lock.
It's time for some straight talk. If you think getting a new phone means getting locked into a contract, there's a better way. With new Straight Talk Plus, get a Samsung Galaxy S7 for as low as $31 a month, no contract. Cancel anytime, no penalties. New Straight Talk Plus, only at Walmart.
First Take, moving to ESPN January 3rd.
What New Zealand will realise now is that to come from Bangladesh, they have 3 newbies. 3 players on debut, 2 of who are really in the side as bowlers, and Newzeland, who is in the side to replace little Mushfiqar, who is a fine batsman. This bowling attack now should be lifted to the point they know if they break this partnership, they have a real opportunity to get out of this. Here is Kane Williamson. Thought he might come in, and because there's two left-handers here, he's going to have a gamble.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. It's T. Nice, nice save.
I'm sure Kane Williamson would have considered maybe said that he'll bolt as well, knowing that he needs wickets. It's the only way New Zealand will win this.
I quite like the idea of bolt to the two left-handers, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree. Downwind. Just give him a crack downwind. Let's see what he can do, because Lockie's got through 6 overs. So we have a single out to cover point boundary. There's been an element in Kane Williamson's thinking. Does he need to hold Lockie back for a bit later on in the innings if he gets close? Only 4 overs left. And Trent Bolt will be dying to have a bowl down this end.
I'll tell you what, players like Tanbir and Subhashis and Taskin, who have probably seen that Yorker, and they sat a little bit further back in their seats in the dressing room. They don't want to be out there. They don't want to be a part of this.
Well, I think this has to be an evaluation over by Kane Williamson himself. He needs to decide whether he's threatening enough when a new batsman is at the crease to determine whether he should be bowling or he needs to go back to one of his front liners.
Nice, Tom.
I would be a fan of Jimmy Neesham bowling from the end. Kane Williamson's bowling from now. I think his role needs to be bowling into the wind, heavy and hard, and keep the run rate down. Therefore, at the end with the wind, that's the end we attack, New Zealand attack, and try and take wickets. It's 117 for 3.
Tools are what empower us to forge a path and maximize our efficiency. Whether it's for work or for play, the Ram 1500 from the lineup of America's longest-lasting pickups.
The playoff is here.
Touchdown, Huskies!
Alabama's been absolutely unstoppable.
Then
Clemson's offense is on another level.
the college football playoff semifinals, Saturday on ESPN.
This is on 49. Good bounce, good carry. New Zealand certainly have lifted now a certain amount of belief as a group. Yeah, he's going to change his line and come round the wicket. Maybe search for that Yorker again to the left-hander. Sneak it through or hit him on the toes or close to them.
Good energy in there, boys. Great running, lads. Good, boys. Sitting on his back down. Lock.
Might have just heard Luke Ronke in the background with the call. He's sitting on his bat at the other end, fellas. In other words, what he's saying out loud is Shakib doesn't want to get down that end. That's a wonderful shot, and that will bring up 50 for Emrul. It's been a wonderful innings. He thought he was run out at one stage. He's come back and carried on, and this is valuable stuff.
He's a classy batsman, Emrul Kayes, and he's gone about his work well. Just those couple of chances New Zealand have had, but he got the deliveries, put away the short stuff. He's waiting for it now. Tried to go up and over the offside, the previous delivery. This time a better connection. Nice and late.
He's got to bowl a Yorker from round the wicket. He's gone back over the wicket. It's not quite so potent because there's a fair chance it's going to hit you outside leg stump. I just wonder why he wouldn't deliver that Yorker. It was a wonderful delivery. Bowling more of them.
The The reason you do that too is it makes your other deliveries more potent.